So it's Friday, 14th of June 2024. And I just want to keep going now with my videos. I'm just back in the door. I have to drop somebody off after tattooing them there. And the usual now, I followed from A to B by local twits. Let's be honest. Now, the majority of these people, they have links with water for freewheelers. And I'm calling it out the way it is. Do you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, if they weren't involved, I wouldn't be speaking about. So it's as simple as that. So it's a mixture of like these clowns, right? And then you have a mixture of water for Gardaí. And then the extended kind of influence and reach from Waterford City Council in an effort to suppress this information. And I'm going to keep highlighting this kind of behaviour. I'm not going to argue with these dopes because this is about the bigger picture. It's about the kind of, it's about the real people at the heart of this and the corrupt fucking cronies who basically done the bidding of this and spread all this sexual shit in 2016, 2017 and 2019. And that's all eventually going to get exposed. I'm still waiting for Chief Superintendent Petit to get back to me regarding making me formal complaint. He's probably just going to keep ignoring me, if I'm being honest with you. This is what's been done, hoping it'll go away. But I'll go up there now in a couple of days and I'll go in there and I'll video myself trying to make the complaint and pursuing the procedure of doing this. Like, if nothing else, everything that's going on, it will show you that there's definitely something going on. I think we'll all agree that. They're all spreading this all sexual shit in an effort to get people to follow me from A to B, making me feel that I'm being kind of pursued and under surveillance. This is a thing called gang stalking. I know about all of this ever before these people knew about it because I studied kind of a little bit of psychology, and the person that's driving this is a psychologist employed by Waterford Tussle, Dr. Anne Carey, and I'm sure she's watching this. And Miss Anne Carey, you're going to be exposed for that cult that you are recruiting for, which you have the HSE promoting, which I'm going to show the paperwork, and I'm going to talk about how your husband lured me as a student up to his house to meet you and my ex, where he passed vital information to you. Not to mention that your husband now is a psychologist as well, and his first year studying psych, and it was his first year teaching psychology. But he kept bringing up how he was a Bahoy. He kept bringing this up over and over again. Do you know what I mean? Till eventually then he got information off of me about how I was unhappy with my ex and I was only with her realistically to keep the kids in Tramore. That's just the truth of the matter. I know it probably sounds bad, but like, I was rearing the kids up to that point, and I didn't want the kids going back to Ballymun, which is what she was threatening if I left. And this is where all this kind of blew up over. This is a cult. I'll go into all of this. I know this sounds crazy. I just have to explain this. You can make up your own minds though. Like, this is called the Bahoy Fate. I'm going to cover this over the next few weeks. And you can hide behind your local kind of hypocrites and informants and kind of twits around Waterford all you want. You know what I mean? Because as I said, they're just kind of pawns in this kind of game. Let's be honest about it. This is about Dr. Anne Carey, alright? And the likes of like the Halligans who decided to try and clean their reputation based on this stuff. They should have been called out years ago. Ever before my situation, they should have been called out. And it's not for lack of people coming forward and going into the Garda station and going to solicitors and making statements. But it always falls between the cracks, don't it? Thanks to the assistance of Waterford Gardaí, who are now pursuing me on a daily basis under the command of Chief Superintendent Petit. There's been a breach. There's been no due process in this. I have a mountain of evidence. I'm not joking with you, a mountain of evidence. The amount of paperwork I have, you wouldn't believe. And like anything I've spoken about, I can prove. It's as simple as that. If I can't prove it, I won't speak about it. And I have loads of stuff I would like to speak about, but I can't really speak about it because I can't really prove it, being honest with you. But regarding that whole stuff on children's grouping, I'm waiting. As I've been saying, I'm waiting till that blows over. Well, not blows over, till it's finalised, till all the appeals are finished, and then I'll read out a couple of things, and you can make your own minds up. I'm not trying to sway anyone's opinion. You can make your own minds up who knew what, because it's the same 3 or 4 people constantly rehashing. And Waterford City Council, 2 members are there, got caught searching in my mother's bedroom, assuming that I was out there. All this sexual stuff was after spread in 2016 by me ex and this Dr. Anne Carey, then again in 2017 and 2019. And this is what caused Waterford City Council to try and put a run on me out of the town. But really what it done is it showed how corrupt these people are, because everyone was doing favours for everyone else, and it basically shows how corrupt they are. And then when people started to finally question, well, how did you get this stuff circulated? How did you get that stuff? It all kind of trickled the whole way back to me ex. Do you know what I mean? And then they realised, well, maybe they shouldn't have done what they're after doing. but they can't really go back because they essentially fucking destroyed my life. Do you know what I mean? But it's not just my life, it's my wife, my daughter, and my in-laws, and my own family. Do you know what I mean? This is huge. So now they have to try and create the narrative, which they've done, of just cause, of having a reason to behave in the corrupting manner which they have. And it all boils down to really one thing: whether or not I have the tenacity to see this through, to try and get it placed in front of a judge in the courtroom and argue my case. Because as I said, there's a lack of due process. Do you know what I mean? I have a right to equality before the law. I have a right to freedom. Sorry, I'm reading this off or something. I have a right to freedom from torture, inhumane or degrading treatment or punishments. Now, it's obvious that this is what's going on here. This is a weird, twisted fucking experiment that's been kind of pushed by Dr. Ankari. And over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to talk about things, and I know there's people going to be watching, they're going to be concerned, and I'm going to mention their names, and or even like the jobs that they work at. But I'm not going to mention anybody's names and stuff that who was out there telling me stuff. Like the likes of the whole stuff with Waterford City Council, Roisin Doherty, Leo Kennedy, them getting cost searching me mothers. Now this is a fact. My whole family will vouch for this, whether they want it or not, I don't really know. But this was covered up by Joe Daniels. I have all the documents around this. And then I was given a reference to make myself and my wife sign back the house. But as I said, I have all the documents. And we lost all our clothes, our possessions, our furniture. And we continued paying the rent for 13 months because we were under the impression, because this is what we were told, that they were going to investigate this. So what they're doing there now is they're trying to put a run on me before all of this shit really gets out. They're trying to poison the water before it kind of gets out. Like, I'm open to any kind of investigation. See all that sex shit? Go report it. You don't even have to give your name. You can do it anonymously. You know what I mean? And we'll have it all investigated. Like, what's the problem with having it investigated? Do you know what I mean? You're trying to protect me? Well, you're not protecting me. So what is it that you done that you won't report it, have it investigated? But as I said, there's been an absolute failure, a breach in the due process. There's been multiple breaches of code of conduct, code of ethics. So what it boils down to now, whether or not I can get legal assistance with this to get it in front of a high court. It's as simple as that, do you know what I mean? And I'll present my case. Do you know what I mean? I have enough evidence there at the present that supports my case. And they know I have this evidence. This is why they're doing everything and nothing to try and push me out before anybody actually looks at this evidence. But realistically, no one's going to help myself or my wife or my daughter. So I have to try and get my own head around it and do it myself. And that's what it boils down to. But unfortunately, I have to deal with these local fucking hypocrites, do you know what I mean? Who think it's okay to like drive around behind me and follow me around from A to B. But that's the level of these twits that they're doing with, do you know what I mean? They're all big, they all have a pair of balls in a gang, do you know what I mean? So I'm going to keep uploading these videos and I'm going to keep documenting what's going on. I'm not going to be arguing with these dopes in the middle because, as I said, they're only just pawns, do you know what I mean? It's about the original kind of situation regarding Dr. Ankari, and which I forgot to mention. When she lured us into this cult, I discovered who she was, and she turned up at my father's funeral trying to fuck with me head, her and her husband. My ex brought him, purposely never brought the kids, because the kids would have realised that John doesn't speak to these people. I hated these people. I wouldn't even go back and attend to psychology. I left the last couple of weeks before the end of the course because I couldn't sit in the same classroom as this person. That was Pat Carey. Now I have the documents around that also. But I found out then, and that's when I realised who Anne Carey was, because she was speaking to the minor who I spoke about in previous videos. There was an allegations of sexual inappropriate conduct from the daughter of an employee at Hustler, and it got covered up, and the person who covered that up was Anne Carey. So she shouldn't have been anywhere near my family. So as you can probably tell, it's pretty fucking important what I'm speaking about. Do you know what I mean? Just like what they're spreading about me is pretty important. But yet there's no investigation into any of this. Why not? Do you know what I mean? So I'm going to keep updating it and keep going with this. And I have no intention whatsoever of giving up. And if I have to deal with this for the rest of my life, so be it. So I'll keep it up. So thanks for any shares or likes or any kind of support, because in Waterford it's virtually non-existent. But so be it. Thanks. Bye.